For those who have followed me for a while, you know I'm not much of a proponent of French contrast. Now, there isn't anything wrong with it, there's no harm in doing it, but there's some concerns and limitations that I've addressed regarding it. And if you haven't seen my take on French contrast, I've made several videos on it. Just look up my name and French contrast and you'll easily find them. So someone sent me this post by Alan Bishop, he's the strength coach for Houston men's basketball, and they asked me my take on upper body French contrast, and it's pretty much the same, but I'll dig into it a little bit deeper here. I don't have much to say about a heavy upper body strength movement like a bench press. That's good, you should be doing that. But next in the French contrast circuit is supposed to be a plyometric. So if you're doing an upper body French contrast, you're doing an upper body plyo. And typically this comes in the form of a plyo push-up. Now a little bit of semantics here, but the semantics do matter. I don't care what people call this movement, but it's not a plyo. But I guess depending on how you do it, and for some people it can be. And even I call this a plyo push-up when I program it, but that's just because it's a term that almost everyone will understand. This stimulus to the body, to the nervous system, to the upper limbs is not the same or even close to the same stimulus as a plyometric to the legs, like consecutive hurdle jumps. So if you're attempting to follow the formula of a French contrast for the upper body, you really aren't. And the next thing in the circuit is a loaded jump or a loaded plyo, and this is typically done as like a supine medicine ball reactive toss, and an exercise like this is not equivalent to a loaded jump, especially if your body weight plyo is a plyo push-up. It is significantly lighter than your body weight. So again, you're not following the formula of a French contrast. And the overspeed plyo is typically a band-assisted plyo push-up. And this, just like band-assisted jumps, is not an overspeed exercise. It's just a regression of a plyo push-up. There's no actual demand on increasing the rate of force that's being developed. The band is just like training wheels on a bike. An overspeed plyo would be having the band on your back, reversing your body back to the ground faster than you would move without a band. And this is supposed to be the lightest of the four movements of the French contrast. But compared to the medicine ball toss, even though the band is assisting you with the push-up, it's still significantly heavier than an 8 or 12-pound medicine ball. I think French contrast can be a way to make training more engaging. Performing various exercises with limited rest can make each subsequent exercise harder, which can be good. But if you want to do an upper body French contrast, you need to be mindful of the exercises you're choosing so that you're actually doing a French contrast. If you want to do it, that's fine. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. But I don't think it provides any unique value to it either. I actually think it's just a less efficient and less effective way to train as an athlete. That's my take on the upper body French contrast. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.